Hey everybody, I'm Brandon72MO, and welcome back to Planet Coaster Part 50 in this complete series. And you may wonder why the game's paused. Well, if you look down there towards the bottom left, I have 10,246 people in the park. Usually I remember to close the park and kick everybody out before I start recording, but today I forgot. So give me a minute, because even pause, the game's getting like 19 frames per second with this many people in the park. So I'm going to unpause it and just realize those logs aren't all touching each other right here. Oh well, don't care. Yeah, we're going to unpause and let all these people get the fuck out of my park, and I'll be back with you in a minute. And the monorail has just dropped off what I'm hoping is the final group of guests, because this has taken like 45 minutes to get everybody out of here. Most of it with it sped up to triple speed. So I'm hoping that these are the last few people that are just now starting to make their way down the main street. I'll throw in some screen captures I got while everybody was leaving the park, just kind of walking through. I followed one guy in first person, witnessed a wonderful, horrific example of an attempted avian homicide. If I can find that in the footage, I'll be sure to include it now. But yeah, there's also, you know, kind of the mosh pit that happens when you kick 10,000 people out of your park all at once. They kind of all funnel to the choke point of the exit, and not a whole lot you can do about that, because, well, you can't build anything past the little dotted line of the park. These people are taking their own sweet time walking down Main Street. Hey, my frame rate recovered somewhat. It's still a little bit laggy, though. I'm recording this on the same day that I recorded the cheats video, even though this one will go up like a week later. But it's just amazing how that tiny little park with hardly anything in it ran at like 55 to 60 frames per second, and this I'm lucky to hold on to 20 to 25. Just because I've got so much stuff in this park. 7 guests left. 3 guests left. 0 guests left. Okay, we're going to speed things up. Let them make their merry way on out. See you later. There we go. And what I'll do is, now I'll come in here, limit this to 500. And we'll reopen it. You can come back, but only 500 of you. Okay, so today, back to Old West. We're almost done with Old West. I got some signs and some windows and some decorations on the sawmill. Finished off the wooded area and even extended it up the hill. I kind of liked the visual continuity that gave by having some trees up there as well. A couple different piles of logs. Added a little bump out to the side of the sawmill so I could fit in some shops. I think they look fantastic. I actually do like them tucked over here in the corner. And they get a lot of traffic. Quite a bit. It's really good. I thought there was a guest right there. That scared me. I'm like, how'd you get back in here? You may have noticed when we first started, like over here, there's, I don't know how well you can hear it. There's birds chirping, and at night, crickets and things like that. It's because somewhere in all of this, I don't really know where it is. There's one there, I do believe. Yeah, I put ambient speakers in. I also put the music speakers in throughout almost all of Old West. So there's music and ambient noise now. A lot better. I even kind of redid the ambient sounds over here on the Blackwater area. We go down here, we should be able to hear it. Just sounds like a really busy area with a horse going by. I love it. And every once in a while you hear like a stagecoach roll in. Down by the bank, there's actually the sounds of a shootout happening, which is kind of cool. We'll go in here and see if we can hear those sounds. Yeah, bullets. And for some reason, chickens. I don't know what chickens have to do with bank robbery, but okay. Anyway, today speaking of banks, they're going to build another one, but a much, much smaller, less grand one. And a couple other shops right here on this corner. I think I'm going to have the bank in a small building like here, another little building next to it, and then a building that comes out to this side. And we'll figure out some decoration stuff for the back side of it. But that's what we're going to do today, so let's lock this to daylight and get started, shall we? Okay, and if you noticed a weird edit there, that was because, well, my phone rang. And when you're looking for a job as I am, you stop and take people's calls. So, building, as it lags for me quite a bit there. When I have just like a little 3 wide building here, I think it'll be 3 wide. I'm not 100% sure yet. No building set is what I want. Nope, I said building set, and then I clicked building material again. Old West. Get rid of that. And I want painted walls. We're going to make kind of a blue building, I think. We don't have many blue buildings here in the Old West. And I want to tuck it in really close to the edge of this train station here, so that garbage bin's probably going to have to go. We can move it to this side, though. There we go. So I want to get this tucked in as close to the train station as I can. And we'll bring it forward, see how it works up here, and then I'll also let us straighten it out to the pathway. So I do believe that pathway is fairly straight through there. And if it's not, we can adjust as we go. So we are going to get this one in here, spin it just, oh, let's turn off angle snap, we don't need that. That looks like that has it, yeah, that has it. And then, how are we lined up here? Are we going to ever intersect any part of the train station building? Eventually we do, so it's not going back perfectly straight. So what I'll do, counter that, is go all the way back here. Like so. You know what I'll do, actually, hold on. Real quick, I'm going to edit the building. Give me another one of these walls. Come on, make a corner. Make a corner for me. Oh, that's because this one's too far on the outside. There we go. Okay, and now we'll go out of it. Wait, that's not where I wanted that one to be, though. I want it to be on the other side. We'll make a whole square here. Duplicate you. Go there. And now I'll be able to adjust some things. Move you in so I know you're a nice square. There we go. That is a square. So now this is done. Let's see about lining this up a little bit better here. So I'm going to move it back against the back edge of the train station. And then spin it some. See if I can't get it lined up straight with the train station and then see what it looks like to the path. Almost got it. I'm actually using 2 different lines here. I'm using this little line that's poking through from the rail and then also the line back here. So if I did this right, this should be straight to both of those now. I know it's awful fiddly to worry about something like that, but it would keep me up at night. Alright, so then if I move this forwards, it does work its way away from there a little bit, but it's still fairly well lined up to the path, so I mean, it's a little off kilter. I don't know if I want to be lined up to the train station, so what we'll do is just back that off a little bit, because these are going to sit back from that a bit. Then I want a little gap, just a little bit of a gap here, or maybe I want a big gap. Yeah, on this one I want it to start like right here at the edge of this guy, so you get a good view still to the train station. Let's bring you forward right to there. Okay, that's where the first building's going to start. And I built it out of the complete wrong woods, but that's okay. I can fix that now that we're more in line with what we're going to do here. I want this wall, actually. So let's put this one down here. And go down. Go down, darling. Come on, there you go. And then delete these 3. Boop. Boop. And actually, that one out. And so, I don't know if I want this 3 wide or 2 wide. I just want it 2 wide. That'd be fine. And it's just going to go back as far as it can. It's more for decoration than anything. We'll have a couple shops in the front of it. And there, and before I go any further, I want to click done, and I want to get it kind of a pale blue color. Ooh, that's a little bright though. Let's see if we can't dingy that up a little bit here. By bringing it more towards the gray sides here. That makes it a little more aquamarine than I really want. Just want kind of a dirty looking blue, and these walls aren't ever really dirty looking. That's a little more gray than blue, but I think that it works. Let's see if I can't get a little more blue in there. Let's go more towards actual blue here. Just darken it up this way. See if I'm not happier there. Nope, still a little too gray. Bump it over a little. Just a little. Whoops. Pause the game. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so this is just a simple little building. Nothing too ornate about it at all. I mean, it will have some ornamentation to it, but it's just a basic rectangle. And next to it's going to be a little brick bank. I just want to get the buildings roughed in and then go from there. So you and you, and then you and you. And then the bank will sit right next to it, back half a step if it'll let me. Actually, no, not back. It'll sit up a whole wall width, I think. Yeah, a whole wall width it'll sit up. So the bank will be here on this interior. But I need brick walls for that, which means I need to go reset and then just go to some bricks. Which bricks do I want? Probably not modern brick wall, because that's a little too clean, I think. Yeah, it's a little too clean. Whoop, didn't mean to click that. Let's go bricks. Just bricks. Classic brick wall should work fine. And then this is just going to be for the front of a bank, and I think it only needs to be 3 wide. 2 does not leave me enough room over here to make another building, though. But the bank isn't really a big building, so yes, it does. Whoop, where'd that one go? Get off there. Because this bank is literally just going to be this little guy right here. I wish it was sitting back just a little bit more, though. Just to give me a little bit. Because I'm just going to put the ATMs like up on what looks like a covered walkway. And I do want that to extend all the way out. And if I extend it all the way out, it's going to intersect the path. So let's see. Will it be nice today and let me build these on a half step? If I just, yeah, actually it will. Okay, cool. Move these then to right there, and then move these to there, and then duplicate this guy. And then when I bring it out for a little covered walk, it'll look a little bit better. And I could almost get away with bringing that one more, but then it intersects my path, and I don't want it to do that. And then we'll have another little building back here that fills up this area. What do we want to build that out of? I don't know. I might even make it look like a barn. Why is a barn behind a bank? Fuck if I know. Get rid of all that. Reset filters. There's my problem right there. We'll just build it out of the other wood. This one. Don't know what color it's going to be just yet. And we'll do it half a step off as well. Let's see where that one's going to end. It's going to end right there. Yeah, this will be fine. Don't know what it's going to look like yet. Really awful close to the path, but I think I'm okay with that. So this just will give us a couple different buildings here. Whoops. I think I do want this one to be 2 stories tall. Well, the bank's just 1 story tall. Or 1 floor, however you want to say it. And nope, right there. And then you. And you. Cool. And then let's go back into brick here and see if we can't get the bank the look that I want. Which I want one of these guys in the middle, I do believe. Yeah, I want one of those guys in the middle. And then I want that and that. I wish these had concrete tops to them instead of the wood. I think it would just look a little better. What's that? Oh, that's for that. Okay. Nope, just a flat roof bank is all we want here. And then we will then duplicate this guy. Oh, make a nice corner for me. Thank you. Go down. Go down. All the way. There you go. And then same thing here. Come on. You too. Right. There you go. And then since I do have a corner exposed back here, I do want to wrap these all the way around. Don't really need to, but I want to, so I'm going to do it. Well, where'd you go? Come here. Over here. There you go. So you go right there, and then we'll put a roof in, and the bank's nearly done. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and speed up the footage from here, get these 3 buildings built, and then maybe we'll tackle something else in this video. But enjoy the Planet Coaster music. And there we go. Horse World. I don't know what I was thinking. I just wanted to give it something a little unique this time. Horse World, the Bank of Armadillo, and Guns and Boots, which has a place to get some water and then go piss. So, you know, whatever. But, you know, it's supposed to be just a facade. And I like how it filled up this little corner here. Excuse me as a hiccup. Seems that people are pretty damn interested in going there, too. Actually, no, it doesn't have a water store. It has Lenny balloons in it, right? Yeah, Lenny balloons. But I like it. I think it fills up the corner nicely. I like that there's, no matter what angle you look at it from, you can see the 3 different buildings pretty much. Except for over here. But even back here, you can still kind of see all of them. And it just fills that up nicely. I was thinking about putting a building maybe here. Still haven't decided on that. If I do, it'll just be something very simple. But I think now... Come on, get over here. I think now that I've got food right here, I think that's going to take care of the people coming out of here and coming from the live stream. Plus, there are some shops down there by the live stream as well. Actually, there's some bathrooms and everything, too. You may remember I showed you those a few episodes ago. But they're right there. And I think, yeah, I put a bathroom and an ATM. So, let's talk about what's left at Old West. I'm still not really happy with how this bit looks right here. And about the only thing I could really take care of it, or that I could do to take care of that, would be to pull in some terrain here. So let's look at that real quick. See if we can't get rid of some of this scaffolding. I don't mind the bit over there. What I don't like is this bit. But I think the only way I'm going to be able to hide it will be to hide the fact that the coaster goes sailing through. And I kind of like that we see the coaster go sailing through. Maybe we'll have it just exposed down there at that little section. Maybe that's the way to do it. So let's keep pulling here. Don't want to pull down, just want to pull over. So let's surface lock this. Pull straight over. Until that mostly goes away. And so they'll be still in a bit of a tunnel up there. Kind of hard to see what I'm doing from this angle here. There we go. Let's come around this way. There we go. That makes it a little easier to see. And now, pull straight out. And just until we get rid of this bit of scaffolding here. I want to bring this all the way across so that it's like the actual cave ceiling here. Come on, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I know I could bump my intensity up, but I really don't want to. Don't want to risk overdoing it. Almost got it. Almost got it. Come on, go away. Well, last little... There we go. The last little bit's gone. So now all I got to do is come up here and connect this to this part of the cave in a nicer fashion. Am I okay that there's a hole here? I don't know. We'll see. Pull this out till it meets the sidewall like that. And then the same thing right here. Pull, 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 pull. No, don't pull down there. Pull right here. Right there. There you go. So let's look at this from all angles. I do kind of like that little hole right there. I don't think that's too bad. It, you know, causes the cave to kind of change out. Woo, hello. What are you? Get rid of you. But no matter what I do, you just keep growing. What are you? What do you belong to? You're a tree. That belongs to Iron Fury, which is currently broken down. So what part of Iron Fury do you belong to, sir? I'm not going to be able to go up through the rock. So, I need the way out, which is down here. So, up, back in and around the little cave we just made, maybe. I'm going to keep that little piece turned on so I can see it, hopefully, from up here. So it's this guy, right? It's that one right there. What do you connect to? God, this is hard to trace back. Don't lose sight of it. There it is. 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 It is right here on this little piece of track that this is happening. So the question is, can I turn off track supports on just that? Let's see. And get rid of that little piece. And then what it's going to look like if I get rid of track supports, just right there. Track supports. It'll be okay. It's kind of back here on the back side of the coaster. I don't think anybody's really going to notice that those track supports aren't there. Let's go make sure that got rid of the problem inside of the tunnel, which that entrance is right here. Shoom. Ooh, it's really dark in there now. Did that fix my problem? It did, and I don't have to pull that in anymore. Cool. So, am I happy with how that looks? I think I am. What I can do is go back in the train. Give me some daylight here. I know there's not going to be much coming in, but get a little bit. And let's go roughen. What does chisel do? Oh, it just flattens in a direction. Okay. I want roughen, and I just want to roughen all this up here. Just roughen her up, roughen her up, roughen her up. So it's not so smooth. And then paint it, and that'll take care of that. So all the way up. All the way up. Put this all rocky again. And then I think I saw some grass up here earlier. I think I just took care of it though. I think I inadvertently took care of it. Yeah, I kind of like the way that crosses over. You'll get a tiny little peek through there. But mainly you'll see it when you're down here. And I'm happier that there's not that big block of scaffolding there. And it still makes a really nice dip down through there. So, that takes care of that that's been bothering me. The only other thing that's really left, I mean, there's a couple things that I did. Between episodes, I put a dock with a fishing boat on there because I thought it looked cool. I put in a little set of buildings right here, or a little building right here. I may have built that during a video. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't remember if I built that during a video or not. But just a quick little set of shops there, just to take care of the people over here, and it seems to have done the trick. When I had 10,000 people in the park, I wasn't getting nearly as many complaints. Just people kind of right here. For some reason, this set of shops was just a little too far away from them. So, I think that this will take care of it. That I can go through and do some lighting. I just don't know. I think we need something here. I just don't know what. I had a building that I downloaded that actually looks really cool. It's just a little too big for this spot. But I might be able to do something with it. I really like it. I don't know. It's called a Curie Western. I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. But I think it fills this spot nicely. And maybe if I took out that wagon over there or moved it a little closer, then maybe this would be just all I need right here. But it is all currently floating in the air. So maybe just this little blueprint building will be enough to fill in this area. Okay, get the wagon on the ground. And then I think everything else will be okay. Actually, the wagon is just clearing the tracks. So I think I'm okay with it sitting there. Anything else hovering in the air? Nope. And I kind of like that that just fills it in. I don't need to put anything on these signs. I just don't. Only thing I want to get rid of is this rock. Because that is the wrong color rock for our area. So, boop. And that takes care of that. So anyways, guys, all we've got left then in Old West is a building for the live stream, which is going to be a pain in the ass, which is why I have been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. Because honestly, for one, I don't know what I want it to look like yet. And 2, well, it's a pain to build inside of caves, as we've seen many times already. But that'll be what we tackle, unless I come up with something else in the next episode. And then after that, we'll be ready to move on to Storybook Land with its incorrectly spelled coming soon sign. I can't believe no one noticed that. I just noticed it today. That all my coming soon signs actually say coming soon. Why did nobody spot that? Like, seriously. Come on, guys. All of them. All of them are wrong. Every one of them in the whole park. I did wrong, and I just noticed it today. Can't believe nobody else saw it. But anyways, so, yeah, Old West is almost done. I'll be kind of sad to move on from it. There's been a lot of challenges here. And one remains. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit that like button. Get subscribed if you haven't already. And leave a comment down below. Until next time, I'm Brandon72MO. And I'll see you in the next video.